How lucky are we to have not one, but two 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Reliability, innovation, scale. These three values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means to be there.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
And just being there for them every step of the way.
And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Good evening and welcome to Bob Scene Park, field number 2, where we have yet another exciting day of Youngstown Class B baseball action. This time it's the 18U Creekside Fitness versus the Whiting Roll-Offs. Hi everybody, Matt Marr on the call. Always a good day to be out here, especially since we've got some sunshine. Haven't had that in the last few days. Not sure if you've noticed or been living under a rock, but no games on any of these three fields for the last 2 days because of inclement weather, but we're back out here. We'll get some action in on this field today for 2 games. We got this one, then we've also got a 14U game that's being made up because of the rain today, so a whole lot of excitement. Mitch Lang is out there on the bump for Whiting, and he'll be going up against Creekside Fitness, and it looks like this. First up is the left fielder number 9, Ray Altmeyer. He's followed by the shortstop number 17, and Michael Condoleone. After him will be the catcher number 12 in Logan Scranton, and then the third baseman number 28, Braden Ziegler. After him will be the center fielder number 20 in Jason Nutridge, and then the right fielder number 4 in Tyler McCullen. He's followed by the first baseman number 1 in Peyton Zupko, and then the pitcher number 2 in Andrew Colley. Rounding things off in that 9-hole spot will be the second baseman number 7 in Keelan Stewart. Now, standings right now for this game and for the season for 18U, Whiting Roll-Offs are second place, a really nice hefty 9-3 overall record. Very impressive there in their 12 games played. Meanwhile, we go all the way down here for Creekside Fitness, and they're sub 500 by 3 games, 4-7 overall. 7 games out of first. Whiting's 2.5 behind the Astro Falcons. So win here tonight could very much so help them in that standings and trying to catch up to the always impressive Astro Falcons. Lang's first pitch is in there, called for strike number 1, and we're underway here at scene 2, starting at 5:45 p.m. A little bit of wind blowing out towards right field. about 68 degrees game time temperature, and it's only got to get cooler. The 0-1 is in the dirt for ball number 1. Counts even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Lang has pitched in 1 game so far. No wins, no losses, no saves, shutouts, nothing to that effect. He has thrown in 1 inning, though, and he gave up just 1 hit. His ERA is 0, so no earned runs. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. That one swung on and grounded through the hole of third and short. Runner will reach first safely, and Altmaier gets things going with a leadoff base hit. One way to get things started off here. That's a positive note there for Creekside. Again, a team that has been struggling as of late, trying to get themselves back to 500. Just has not been working for them. Gondolian will step up, number 17, in 3 games and 13 at-bats. He's batting .462. Individually, these guys seem very sound, but working together as a team and bringing runners in, that has been a struggle so far this season for them, which is a big reason why they're down so far in the standings. Again, about 7.5 games behind first place, and just hard. They got to dig themselves out of this hole as that one digs into the ground. Ball number 1, runner takes off. Stewart's at second. Well, a little bit of a stutter there on my end because I wasn't sure if he was going to try and round and go over to third. He'll just take that ball in the dirt and get aboard into scoring position. Counts even here at the plate on Condolione. Now, talking about those RBIs, and right now he's got 5 on the season, so he personally doesn't seem to have too many issues bringing in runners. Next one pulls off on a bunt still over the plate. Strike number 2. He's down this count, a ball and 2 strikes on him. Well, he's coming to score 3 times himself, so if he gets on base, we'll see if his teammates can bring him home. That's, again, right there, the issue. Not too many base runners here have come in to score, unless you've got 1 or 2 batters here who've been able to bring him home, such as Gondolione. Well, 6 hits, 4 of which have been singles. The other 2 are doubles. Reached base total of 8 times, or a total of 8 bases reached, I should say. So between first, second, and third. He's walked just once so far this season. Only struck out twice as well. And if he gets on base, a bit of a threat to steal. Just 1 stolen base. The 1-2 pitch from Lang is in the dirt, bounces away. Stewart takes off. Pardon me, this is Altmaier. Not really used to seeing somebody new out there. It's a newer face, at least from me. And Altmaier, he'll take off over to third base on ball number 2. Counts even up and a runner even closer to scoring. Stewart's all the way at the very bottom there. I think that's what's getting me mixed up because I said them. Actually, I don't know what's screwing me up. I made a mistake, and I do apologize, and we move on. The 2-2 pitch. Low takes ball number 3, and the count runs full as that one dips just below the knees. I mean, just below the knees. That was a good pitch altogether there by Lang. Just could not get it elevated high enough. We'll see what he brings on the payoff. Same result here, maybe a little bit lower this time, and runners at the corner. So a base hit, a couple of stolen bases, a walk, and that'll bring up Scranton. Number 12 here, Logan Scranton, also played in 3 games so far. Has had 8 at-bats, batting .375. And Jake Patterson, just one of those few batters who have had a whole bunch of games. Same with Ziegler and Zupko, and Ziegler's out there, and so is Zupko. So a lot of guys who maybe haven't played a whole lot of time consistently as well. That also just contributes to the overall record this year. There's a whole lot of different factors. I'm not trying to make excuses, just looking at the facts that are presented right to us. The 1-0. Runner takes off, ball low, ball number 2, throw over to second. Did he tag him? Yes, he did. It's in time for out number 1. So runner gets caught trying to steal second base. Infield umpire had no problem in calling that one away. Meanwhile, it's still 2-0 here on Scranton. Batting .375 on the season. Again, not bad to the 3-0. Just above the knees there and over the plate. Strike number 1. 2 balls and 1 strike on number 12. On base of .444. 3 hits, all of which have been singles. And somebody doesn't realize that there's a stream going on. The 2-1 swung on, hits that one foul to the backstop. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen too much here tonight. Don't want you to miss any of the action. That's pretty much the equivalent of paying a good price there for really good seats at a ball game. Professional. That one's in there. Call for strike number 3. There's 2 away. That's the equivalent of paying really good money for really good seats, down low in the ballpark, and then somebody just stands up the entire time anytime something happens. That's what you're getting right here. I know that the seats here maybe not the best in the world because the camera isn't always the best, but Still, you're right there in the action. You can see it, and then the second a kid does something, somebody decides to just walk in the way. So, again, hopefully that doesn't happen too much. I find it annoying. I know that you at home have got to find that extremely annoying. The 0-1. Slow for ball number 1, especially if it's one of your kids. I'd be infuriated if that happened, especially if that's a big play for them. What if the kid just hasn't made any hits as of late, or, I don't know. Just got to be thoughtful here and consider it. Next one's swung on, and that one's lined down the first base line. It's foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one's Ziegler. Braden Ziegler in 28 games, pardon me, not 28, that's his number. In 10 games played. I already said that. I don't know where my head's going right now. He's batting .290 on the season. 11 runs so far, 9 hits so far with 11 runs come in, 6 of which have been singles. That one swung on back up the middle. Second baseman has it, throw over to first. It's in time for out number 3. So that's how we'll end things here in the top half of the first inning for Creekside. Get that runner all the way over to third base and some stolen bases. A runner walked, but somebody got caught stealing, somebody strikes out, and somebody gets caught on the ground out. And that's how we end things here. We head to the bottom half, still scoreless on YSN.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
More pockets of rain as we go throughout our
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
House troubles can attack anytime. When trouble strikes, call Mighty Mike. Your hometown hero is on his way. HVAC causing havoc? Has your furnace gone mad? Mighty Mike Heating and Cooling will save the day. Commercial or residential, 24/7. For quality service you can depend on, call your hometown hero. Call Mighty Mike.
Bottom half of the first inning about ready here. And Andrew Colley's out on the mound for Creekside Fitness. And the starting lineup for Whiting that he'll be going up against looks like this. First up, the shortstop, number 10, Corbin Sevkic. He's followed by the center fielder, number 26, and Ben Miller. After him will be the first baseman, number 16, and Mike Del Duca. And then the left fielder, number 2, Aiden Leindecker. After him is the third baseman, number 6, and Matt Del Duca. And then the catcher, number 24, Nate Thomas. After him, the second baseman, number 12, and Nick Parado. And then the DH, number 4, Ryan Tellez. After him, and finishing things off in that 9-hole spot is the right fielder, number 42, and Hunter Lively. Of course, Tellez is DHing today for the pitcher in Mitch Lang. It's the first time, I think, all season that I've had 2 teams for Class B only sport 9 guys in the starting lineup. Normally, there's at least one team that opts for that extra hitter position, but today they're both just going more traditional. I can dig it. First pitching coming from Kali over to Sevkic. Is over the plate, says the umpire for strike number 1. Looked a little bit off from my angle, but what do I know? Well, number 10 here in Sevkic in 12 games and 36 at-bats is batting .306. Next one misses for ball number 1. He's got himself 11 hits on the season, 4 singles, 5 doubles, and 2 triples. The only thing he's yet to do is put one over the fence. That one swung on, grounded off, and he's down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Very impressive there for him. He struck out 8 times. He's got 2 RBIs. I mean, the list just goes on and on. 4 walks. Not too bad here for the leadoff batter for Whiting. The 1-2. It's off the mark by a large margin. Ball number 2. Count will even up. Miller on deck. Again, that wind's blowing out there. Sun's out. Just absolutely beautiful day for this. Can't say that too often in Northeast Ohio. The 2-2. It's low and away for ball number 3, and the count runs full from Kali. Andrew Colley in 1 game, he's got the decision 1 win, and it's 6 innings pitched, but ERA of 2.33, the payoff. Misses off the mark here, and he just walks a batter to start things off. Never the way you want to start things off. Always that old adage that you don't want to walk the leadoff man, because more often than not, he comes around and bites you in the butt by scoring. I'll bring up Miller, but golly here, and he's given up 3 hits, 2 runs, both were earned. That's how the 233 gets in there. He's now walked 3 runners this season, so very low. He's struck out 8. First pitch was in there for strike number 1 on Miller. So he's got some pretty good stats here, just wasn't fully ready here to go up against Sevkic, but we'll see what he does in response with Ben Miller. The 0-1 pitch, though, in the meantime. Is swung on, lines that one perfectly into left center field. Left fielder Altmaier coming in after it. Throws in and keeps the runner at second base. So first and second here, still nobody away for Whiting. Looking to see what they can do early on, how much damage they can produce against this Creekside Fitness team that has had its struggles this year. Mike Del Duca will step up 20 at-bats later. He's batting .300 exactly, right on the dot. 6 hits. 4 of which have been singles. The other 2 are doubles. He's walked twice as well. First pitch. And they're called for strike number 1. Able to just get a bit of the outside of that plate. I mean, just barely on the outside. It looked like it was a good pitch just to look at. The 0-1. Swung on, popped up, goes back, and stays in play, but goes into the netting, so it's a dead ball. Counts no balls and 2 strikes. Again, you got 2 runners over, 1 in scoring position, 1 in Sevkic in scoring, and then you got Miller over at first base. Friendly reminder, maybe you just tuned in, or if you missed who was up at bat, maybe you didn't hear the starting lineups. The 0-2. Swung on, hits that one pretty well out towards right field. Right fielder chasing, and it gets away. Leadoff runner Sevkic comes in. He's being waved home. Everybody else moves up into scoring position as Miller slowly but surely makes his way into third. It's 1-0 Whiting roll-offs to start things off. An RBI double for Del Duca to get things on a roll here for Whiting. That brings up Leindecker. Looks like it's going to be one of those games, folks. I do apologize for people not realizing we are streaming. In fact, she did come up earlier and ask me about this, and she knows I'm wise and she knows I'm here. Just a moment of weakness there. Maybe just didn't realize. Well, Leindecker in 12 games played and, 12 games played and 33 at-bats is batting .303 on the season. 10 hits, 2 of which have been singles, either 2 doubles. He's got 5 triples and 2 home runs. He has accounted for a lot of offense for his team. The pitch is just off the mark for ball number 1. Speaking of offense, 14 RBIs leads the team. The 1-0. Very impressive batter. Swings on, puts that one down the line, and it'll just end up bouncing foul on the third base line. Count only even 1 ball and 1 strike. He struck out 11 times as well, but that's what's going to happen in 33 at-bats. It's going to happen at some point. If he gets on base, he's stolen 3. Man, this guy just knows how to get on top of other teams. 452 on base percentage, slugging at .879. Again, 2 home runs will help you get to that. The 1-1 swings in similar spot, still a foul ball. He's down the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A little bit of a reminder here in case it's hard to see. Nobody out and 2 on, both in scoring position. Sefka came in to score already, so you got Miller over at third base, and second it's Mike Del Duca. Got the other Del Duca on deck and Matt. Golly looks in, is 1-2. Up a little bit too high. Hound will even up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leindecker shot, he's a smart batter right now. Reached a total of 29 bases this season. Not sure if I noticed, but 7 walks. The 2-2 is swung on. That one hard hit, not too much actually. Third baseman having trouble. Now shortstop will get it. Runner will come in, and they're going to give that an infield hit and give him an RBI. Make it 2-0 Whiting roll-offs here. Thanks to Aiden Leindecker. So 2-0 here, and that brings up Del Duca. Matt Del Duca in 21 games played is batting .381. 8 hits, 6 of which have been singles. The other 2 are doubles. 3 walks, He's got 5 RBIs as well, and he smacks that one out towards left field. Left fielder Altmaier chasing after it and gets right over his shoulder all the way to the fence. Coach waving in the next runner. That's Del Duca. Linedecker to second base. He stays put. Meanwhile, Matt Del Duca was thinking double, but because the runner in front of him did not advance any further than second base, he has to hurry on back over to first base. That'll just count as an RBI single. And a 3-0 lead here for Whiting. Ollie ready. Pitch is a little bit off the mark for ball number 1. This is Nate Thomas, catcher for Whiting, number 24, 1-0. Ollie takes a look over at second, now throws in, swung on, fouls it off, count leaving 1 ball and 1 strike. Nate Thomas is batting .360 on this season. Another really good batting average here on this team. And it's in 25 at-bats as well, 9 hits, all of which have been singles. RBI category, he's got just 2, but a chance to make that a little bit more so here and help pad that a little bit more. Been hit by 2 pitches as well. The 1-1. Swung on, pops it up, goes back, and it'll clear the property line and go into the street behind us. Now moves 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's got 2 RBIs, like you said, struck out twice already this season. Has 1 stolen base as well. The 1-2. Swung on, hits that one pretty well, right into the glove of the second baseman, Stewart. And at long last, they find out number 1 on the line out. That'll bring up Nick Parado. Parado in 16 games played. In 16 at-bats. That's been in 7 games played. 16 at-bats. He's batting .312. 5 hits, 3 of which have been singles. The other 2 doubles. Seems to have a pretty good idea of what he can do here. And the first pitch, a little bit high for ball number 1. Not going to take that easily here on Colley's pitch. 3 RBIs for him. He's walked 4 times. A little bit of patience shown. He struck out 3. A little bit of hope there for the pitcher, the 1-0. That was a little bit off, but it was called for strike number 1. The count will even up 1 ball and 1 strike now. On Parada, you got Tellez and Lively, and then you're right back to the top of the order. So Whiting efficient as ever here in this first inning. Came through that lineup with just 1 out so far. The 1-1 over the plate. That one placed perfectly by Colley. You're going to ask for too much better than that. Even if he'd swung through, a good chance he would have missed. So 1-2 the count on him. He'll step back up. Wasn't thrown in too terribly hard either, though. It's a what-if moment that we'll never really get to see to fruition since the pitch is coming on. The 1-2. Inside. Kind of wiggles a little bit there. Very modest reaction. Kind of evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes on Parado. On base percentage is .476. The 2-2. A little bit off there for ball number 3. A little low at the same time as well. Pulls Scranton off the mark a little bit as well. It's going off to the side. So the count has run full now on Parado. Eyeing that outfield, looking to see where he can put it. Colley's payoff pitch. Wines delivers, swung on, hits that one right to Stewart, right past him. Actually, looks like it went off him a little bit. Everybody gets aboard safely. In fact, the leadoff runner comes home to score, and it makes it 4-0 here in favor of Whiting. Be interested to see how they decide to score that one. Good effort there, but was hit so hard it just went off to the side. I'm an infield hit for that. Give him an RBI as well. Still runners at first and second base for Tellez. First pitch for Ryan Tellez is low for ball number 1. Missed the zone. He's batting .500 in 4 at-bats, so he's got 2 hits, both singles. No RBIs yet, but a chance to add to that. Not a large sample size for him so far. The 1-0 swung on, fouls off, count even 1 ball and 1 strike. Perhaps one of the more late additions here for Whiting this season. He's based a total of twice. He's walked once as well. I guess people just don't really care that there's a game going on and that people are trying to watch. The 1-1 swung on, hit hard out towards right field. Right fielder chasing after that one. And that one will land foul just barely, as that one's hit pretty hard. The batter will be down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got lively after this. So if you're wondering why so many people are able just to walk right in front of us here, opposed to the last few seasons that Wyason's been out here, and well, it's because when they redid the field and everything with the netting, they moved the backstop a little bit further in, but left the press box right where it was. So there's about a good 1.5 feet here of real estate that people can just walk in. That one swung on, hit towards right field. Runners round third. He'll stay put. Bases loaded. This will be the first time they actually stay loaded here. This is going to be a base hit for Tellez, and that'll bring up Lively. Connor Lively in 5 games and 10 at bats, batting .400. So again, this starting lineup here just has a really good batting average as total. Just seem to really know how to bring them in. The first pitch fouls that one back out of play on the third base side. 0-1 the count. 4 hits so far, and 3 of which have been singles. He's got himself a triple as well. He's walked once, 2 RBIs. He's been hit by a pitch twice. Keep that in mind. Not struck out once yet. He's stolen a base. That one swung on, hit right in the middle, back up the middle, I should say. Center fielder will come in. That'll bring at least 2 more runs. Throw comes in, it's off the mark, and they touch without any problems. Runners at first and second, and that's a 2-run single for Lively. Make it 6. Whiting have 0 issues here. Getting on top of Creekside, and already in the first inning, we're back to the top of the order in Corbin Sevick. A little reminder here, he's walked once already in this game. Next pitch is inside, misses for ball number 1. Well, I guess the next 3 batters here, if we get that far, is Sevkic, Miller, and Del Duca yet again. This time, chance for Sevkic to get an RBI, the 1-0. Off the mark for ball number 2. We'll just miss off a little bit, and batter will step back inside. 2-0. Scully looks over to second base, throws in. That one doesn't miss, and gets called for strike number 1. Not a bad pitch there by Collie. He just needs to find 2 more like that. Now the pitch. Swung on, fouls it off, and that was similar to the last one, but this time contact was made. But same result that he was looking for here. Count leaving up 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the umpire will very calmly go over and retrieve that one as it didn't land too far away from where he was standing, making life a little bit easier for himself and for the benches that they don't have to throw in anymore. The 2-2 pitch. And this is high for ball number 3. Well, speaking of those baseballs, they always seem to lose them very easily because of how many foul balls you get and how often they go out of play. Well, the umpires decided to bring a whole giant grocery bag just full of baseballs here, so in case both benches run out, we can just toss them in. The payoff is fouled off. Runners, of course, were going, but they won't move too far. They'll have to go right back to where they were sitting. Lively is over at first, and Tellez is at second. Only 1 out was a line out from Nick Thomas. And the payoff pitch. And they're called for strike number 3. Ran a little bit too soon. The umpire didn't like it, so he'll go down, and that'll bring up Miller. Single so far in this game, so he'll be 1 for 1. Looking to try and go 2 for 2 in not 2 innings, pardon, just 1 inning. Not every day you get a chance to do something like that. Golly ready. First pitch. Open off the mark for ball number 1. With patience shown, that'll bring up Del Duca. After him, he's got a RBI double so far in this game, so he's been pretty good. The 1-0 though in the meantime. Throws in, swung on, hits that one right too short. He comes up with that ball, throw over to first in time, and on target for out number 3. So 2 are left on, but 6 coming to score After one inning, Whiting leads this game 6-0 here on YSN.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
First thing that really struck me was, of course, the passion the YSN team had for sports. But what really stood out was the respect they seem to show every program in the area. There seemed to be no bias, and I truly admired that. You got to work hard for what you get. You're not going to win a beauty contest around here. You got to put the work in northeastern Ohio, and YSN certainly does that and kind of personify the area. My name is Super Dave O'Malley, and my sports network is your sports network.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Back here for the top half of the second inning for Creekside, it's going to be Jason Nutridge. No stats on him so far this season. Haven't seen his name, so that would explain a lot. First pitch is swung through and missed for strike number one. So he'll start at a bit of a disadvantage in this second inning. His team now down by 6 runs. Not at all what they were hoping to be at this point. Lane did a great job sitting him down. The next pitch, is inside for ball number one. The count even up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now you've got 1 hit on their board right now, opposed to Whiting's very imposing 7. No errors have been scored at the moment. The 1-1. Swung on, grounded back up towards second. He's got it. Throw over to first. In time for out number 1. Great defensive play there from Parado over to Del Duca. That's how you get things started in the second inning. And I'll bring up McCullen, number 4. Now, so far this season, Whiting Roll-Offs have 92 runs for and just 46 against. Creekside 85 for and 93 against. You can add those 6 runs to the against. Next pitch is low at the knees. Ball number 1. Now, let's see what we can find here. McCullen is batting 8 games. He's at 23 at bats. Is batting just 261, so some improvement here needed. Next one's fouled off, and it's kind of leaving up 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun's starting to set here, and you can see some shadows starting to take over, get a little bit longer. Before you know it, those lights will be on, and those shadows will not be the issue. The 1-1 pitch in the meantime. Inside, a little bit low, ball number 2, and some nice patience being shown here by number 4. Well, he has, let's see here, 7 RBIs so far this season. Has walked 4 times. That was the stat I was looking for, the 2-1. And there for strike number 2, and the count leaving up as that one's just on the edge there. And you can tell by McCullen's body language he wasn't happy about that call. Or maybe he just wasn't happy about the fact that he didn't swing at it. It was pretty much right there in that perfect spot, just a little bit off, but you can make some good contact with it. The 2-2 fouls it off this time, and the count will stay put. He's got 6 hits, 5 singles, and a triple to this point. Triples aren't something that you see every single day, but when you see them, that's pretty impressive. The 2-2. That one, umpire says, I think it was a little bit off this time, because other than that, it was a good pitch to try and, well, not swing at there and just get called. Maybe avoid him. Either way, counts full, and the payoff pitch is swung on, lines that one into right field, base hit. Right fielder Lively has it, throws back in, not in too much of a rush. Runner will reach way safe. It's going to be a 1-out base hit here for McCullen. We'll see if Creekside can do anything without runner aboard this time. It'll be up to Peyton Zupko to see if he can get something really going here. 22 at-bats later, 10 games in, batting .273, 6 hits, all of which have been singles to this point. He's got 2 RBIs, but when you only hit singles, those RBIs aren't going to be too much. First one swung on, and second baseman bobbles it, has it, plenty of time still, throws over to first, and it's in time for out number 2. Almost got a board here because of an error, but your second baseman there, Parado, makes up for that fact that he bobbled it, and well, there's a runner over in scoring position for Creekside, but again, there are 2 away. We've already had a runner in scoring position. He's got from second to third, just couldn't come in. That was Altmaier. Now Colley steps up. Andrew Colley here takes for strike number 1 on the first pitch. Decides not to swing at that one. 21 at-bats later, he's batting just 190. 4 hits, 3 of which have been singles and a double as well. The 0-1 pitch from Lang. Gets called for strike number 2, a little bit on the edge, but still enough to get it called. Batters in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Keelan Stewart hoping that he's going to get in at bat here in this second inning. Doesn't want to be the only one left out. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. He's going to have to wait for the third. 1's left on. Nobody comes in. And we head to the bottom after the second inning. Still 6-0 here on YSN.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University, and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana, and I am why I'm proud.
There are 4 members of GoldenStringRadio.org that works for your sports network. Super Dave, Kristen, Scotty, and myself. And if you love our work at Golden String, Isle, and Purple Cat, you are gonna love the soon-to-be-open Gaba Camp out at Farmer Casey's Ranch in Pointsville Township. It has all the nice, beautiful scenery, will feature cabins, and a whole lot of other great outdoor stuff. I'm Radar Pavlov, and my sports network is your sports network.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
Bottom half of the second inning. Back up with number 16, the 3-hole batter here, Mike Del Duca. Got Linedecker and then Matt Del Duca after him. We'll see how much further they can go. Colley throws in. The pitch is low. Almost went into the dirt for ball number 1. Not his best game here. Already an inning deep. He's just continuing here on to show what's been hurting their team. That one's fouled off. And they count even 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah. Want to look at some bright sides here for Creekside. You look at their 16U team, first place, just absolutely incredible what they've been able to accomplish. Anytime they bring up any of those kids, they don't always seem to be able to translate that talent, so there's obviously a gap here between 18U and 16U. The 1-1. Swung on, grounds that one, it's fouled. The count moved 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the batter. Also, I am aware that the camera does blur, and I'm sure that if you are a fan of either of these 2 teams, or you got a kid on either of these 2 teams and you've heard me call any of these games, you already know that this camera just doesn't want to cooperate. Make it work to the best of our ability. The 1-2. Swung on, hits that one, and it gets right to short. Condi Leon has it. Throw over to first, off the bag, and he does not get the tag. Runner's going to be safe. And that's going to go down as an E6. That's how they'll get their first runner aboard here in this second inning. And I'll bring up Aiden Linedecker. Well, Whiting so far this season has had 311 total at-bats, I should say. This is all team statistics. As a team, they're batting .334. Creekside's batting .301, so they're 300 team as well when it comes to the batting averages. But again, we can see that there's a giant difference between these two. Next pitch is swung on, hits that one, and ends up blasting it foul and dives into some trees on the third base side. That'll be a hard hit, strike number 1, and we'll try again. Leindecker 1 for 1 in this game with an RBI single to his credit so far. Hit 2 home runs as a team, and comes to RBIs, they have 71. This pitch misses a little bit low for ball number 1. Yeah, Scranton was thinking about throwing over to Zepko at first, but the runner got back before he even really had a chance to get it out of his hand. More so, I should say, out of his glove and into his hand. Looked over and just saw him scurry back over. 1-1, a little bit of a nod. It's in there for strike number 2, throw over to first, and it's not going to be in time again. This time just decides to take it. No harm there, not too hard of a throw. Didn't want to get it too far away from Zepko. Didn't want to be another error over towards first base. Can't blame him for that. Good news though for Creekside, 1 and 2. Now the pitch is off the mark, a little bit high for ball number 2, and the count will even up. You got Del Duca on deck, and the hole is Thomas. Also got a pitching change for Whiting. Thomas will come in to pitch. He's the only guy on their bench. The 2-2. Swung on, popped up. Who's got that one? Catcher, third baseman. Catcher makes the grab, holds on to it. 1 away on the pop out. Runner stays put over at first base. Not able to move him on that one. And now Del Duca's got an RBI single already in this game. Got Colley, who's kind of showing a little bit better here. Seeing what he's capable of. Throughout the rest of this game, maybe that first inning was just a little bit of a hiccup. He needed some time just to get himself set and into this game. That's what he and his team are hoping for. Gives a few nods and a few more there. The pitch swung on, lines it down the third base line. Umpire very quick to say foul ball, so it'll be strike number 1. This team, they've got 68 singles. It's 104 total hits, 21 doubles, and 13 triples. Not bad at all. They've also been very patient. 58 walks, not so patient as Astro with 83, or Durez with 72, but still. The fact that you're able to walk that much in a single season with that many guys, that's still something to commend there. Just showing patience. They have struck out 54 times as a team. Creekside 82, though. Got 20 stolen bases as well. They know how to run, and they know how to do it efficiently. Next one swung through and missed, and the batter's down. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andrew Colley looking to try and find out number 2 and just give himself a little bit more confidence and prove why he's out there starting on the bump. Wind's starting to blow in a little bit here, and the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. Swung on and hit not hard, but pretty high out towards right field. Right fielder maybe losing it in the sun. Going back, and it goes away. Runners will move forward again. That's given as a base hit as it just evaded his glove. Runners are held up at second and third, and we've got 2 in scoring position, still just 1 away on the double for Del Duca. Now bringing up 24 here, Nate Thomas. Catcher's looking to try and bring in 2 runs. 1 base hit could do exactly that, so some damage still to be done here in this second inning. First pitch is swung on, foul back, and strike number 1 to start things off on him. Run roll is 10 runs after 5 innings. We're in the bottom of the second. It's 6-0. They can score 4 more runs before the 5th and keep Creekside off the board. They could end this game 2 innings early. Next pitch is low for ball number 1. Just got to keep patient here and keep waiting for Colley to give them the pitch that they're looking for. First inning, they had no problem doing that. The 1-1. Off the mark ever so slightly for ball number 2. Umpire just slowly getting back up into his position after that one. Making it a little more dramatic on that call. The 2-1. Swung on, hit someone back up the middle. Shortstop has it, grounds to him. Throw over to first. In time on target. Runner comes in to score. 2 away. Runner at third base. It's 7-0 in favor of the Whiting Roll-Offs. And Alabama Nick Parado, 1 for 1, an RBI single on his day as well. Grounded out so far, but he does have an RBI now. The pitch is swung on, hit well out towards left center field. They're not going to get that one. He dives for that one, and it'll drop away right next to him. One comes in, throw comes to second base, won't beat the runner, and he'll go behind it as well. RBI double, give him plenty of credit for that. It's 8-0 in favor of Whiting. Right back up towards left center field. Really, really nice hard hit ball. Coach is going to come out here, and he'll have a word or two to say to his pitcher. We'll go ahead and give them their space, and we'll be back with any information we might have that might be new or old here on YSN.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture, as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% saved, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Back for the bottom half of the second. Straight swap here. Keelan Stewart comes from second base. He's doing the pitching, and Colley goes over to second base. The pitch comes in, and it's in their call for strike number 1. A nice one right low over the plate, though. Tellez just didn't want to swing at that one. Well, you got a pitcher here, and this is the one that you want to swing again. Stewart with a 16 ERA. Right on the dot. He's walked 18 as well. 16 earned runs, 18 unearned. The 0-1 swung on, hit not hard, out towards right center field. Right fielder's underneath it. Holds on, and that'll be out number 3. He throws in as if he didn't realize how many outs there were. But 2 more runs do come into scores. 1's left aboard. 2 innings in the books. 8-0 Whiting here on YSN.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm Y and proud.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means to be there.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
And just being there for them every step of the way.
And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Reliability, innovation, scale. These three values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
Top half of the third inning, Creekside down 8 runs. Keelan Stewart, the new pitcher, comes in to start things off, and it's up high for ball number 1. Speaking of new pitchers, you got Nick Thomas out there on the bump. So far in 1 game played, he's thrown .2 innings. He's given up 4 hits, 5 runs, none were earned, so the ERA is 0. And the next one is fouled off, out of play. Behind him, Cattle leaving up 1 ball and 1 strike. Thomas has walked a pair and has not struck out anybody. He has hit 1 batter with a pitch as well. The 1-1. Swung through and missed. So take whatever you will with that information, whether it be with a grain of salt or just thinking that maybe your team's got a lot of confidence going up against this guy. He had 5 runs, just weren't earned. This one's in there, call for strike number 3, and Stewart goes down looking. That'll start things off here for Thomas's night, and that'll bring back up Altmaier. Leadoff single back in the first inning. Seems so long ago for Creekside. It's because you had a mammoth of a run-scoring inning in the first for Whiting, and it just took up so much time. Maybe about 40 minutes into this game already. Thereabouts, the first pitch. Off the mark, and Thomas has to stretch out his arm a bunch, and that'll be ball number 1. And just way off as they'll just extended that. Catch his arm off the 1-0. This one's off the mark again, just not as much. Ball number 2. Be a little bit off the mark there. Got Altmaier and Condoleone, and we'll have to wait and see if we can get past them. The pitch. In there for strike number 1. Thomas able to find one here after throwing 2 a little bit off. Each pitch got a little bit closer, though, after that first one. Obviously, this third one close enough to get the call, the 2-1. Swung on, hits that one right to first. Del Duca has it, taps the bag, 2 down. That'll bring up Condoleone to try and keep this top half of the inning going. They're yet to go down in order in this game. Usually say that they'll start now. Condoleone has walked already in this game. They had 2 aboard, but he got caught trying to steal in the first. First pitch. Inside, backs off a little bit there as it came a little close, and it's ball number 1. Thomas is 1-0. Swung on, hits it back up, now right to second base. Moves over, has it, throw to first in time. Yes, for out number 3. So 3 up and 3 down here for Creekside. Bottom half the third inning is next here on YSN.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
There are 4 members of GoldenStringRadio.org that works for your sports network. Super Dave, Kristen, Scotty, and myself. And if you love our work at Golden String, Isle, and Purple Cat, you are going to love the soon-to-be open Gaba Camp out at Farmer Casey's Ranch in Coatesville Township. It has all the nice, beautiful scenery, will feature cabins, and a whole lot of other great outdoor stuff. I'm Radar Pavlov, and my sports network is your sports network.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Bottom half of the 3rd inning. Whiting 2 runs away from getting to that 10-run rule limit right now. Again, it would be after 5, so they still have to go 2 more. Don't want to get them all too soon. The pitch off the mark, high for ball number 1. Stewart's still out there doing the pitching for Creekside. Didn't decide to make any switches there. You're starting things off here with Lively. Then after that, you got Sevkick and then Miller. So we'd be on the 3rd time through after this batter. Next one's in there for strike number 1. The count will even up. Lively has an RB, 2-run RBI single, I should say. Allen's popped up. 3rd baseman chasing. And he makes the grab. 1 away. That's going to be the first time that they get the leadoff guy out here in an inning. Last 2 was a walk and an error so far. They haven't really come across because of their own hitting. That one will work for them in their favor. And back to the top of the order we go. Here for Corbin Sevkick. Walking a strikeout so far. The strikeout was looking. It was out number 2. Out number 3 came immediately after him in that 1st inning. That was to start their 2nd time through the order as well. Pitch. A little bit high, a little bit off the mark. 1 ball and no strikes. Some nice fluffy clouds out there in the backdrop, just making things look even more pretty. The 1-0. And there for strike number 1, the count will even up. Honestly, just can't ask for a better day than this. It's a little bit cool out here. Bring your hoodie or blanket if you want. Next one swung on, fouled off. But it beats being out here in sweltering 80-degree plus weather and just wishing that you brought a fan with you. Or wishing that this was an indoor game. Or maybe even just wishing it was hockey. The 1-2. Swung on, grounds that one off, and it's fouled. Count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sevkick. Sevkick, Miller, Del Duca, Linedecker, Del Duca, Thomas, Prado, Telez, and then you'd be back to the top here with Lively if they can get that far. They got close last inning, but not as close as the first one where they did exactly that. Next one's in there, call for strike number 3, and he struck out looking twice now in this game. Now they're just hoping to keep this inning going and not go down in order. Stewart's getting the results right now for his team. Came in with 16, but I can tell you right now, it's well below 16 after 3 straight outs. Fly out, pop out, and a strikeout right now for him. Not bad at all for a relief pitcher. First pitch, again, another ball. This time it's inside on the right-handed batter. Ball number 1, he had a left-handed batter the last few times. Instead of it outside, it's inside. The 1-0. Swung on, and it sounded like he made some contact there, but just goes to swing and a miss. The count will even up 1 ball and 1 strike. And bottom half the 3rd inning, and Whiting is an out away from moving us on to the 4th. The 1-1. Or I should say, Keelan Stewart's an out away from moving us on. Wouldn't be the behoovement there for Whiting. It would be all for Creekside. See if he can punch him out. The 1-2. Low, and doesn't get the call that time. He'll have to try and find something a little bit more creative. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Miller. He is 1 for 2 right now. Base hit and a ground out. The batter will step out for a second. His time is called. Steps back up, and Stewart's more than ready. It's 2-2. A little bit off the mark. High as well. But insult to injury, and the count will be full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Miller, just making things a little bit more interesting. The payoff pitch comes. Swung on, popped up, goes back, and it's out of play. Have to try again with another payoff attempt. payoff at the pitches have been working pretty well here for pitchers in this game. Don't really see guys come way too far. Another one goes well inside, almost hits him, so there's a walk, and they don't go down in order this time. So no 3 up, no 3 down here, and that'll bring up Del Duca. 1 for here with a RBI double and getting on board via an error so far in this game. So his on-base percentage, well, I'm sure that counts for him, and it does help. Stewart ready, runner goes, swung on half-heartedly. Did he hold up? Umpire not saying strike, so he did. It's in the dirt, ball number 1. And the infield umpire also says that he's safe. I think he was paying more attention to the runner going, so he didn't even see it. So it's really just what the infield umpire, the home plate umpire has to say. And he said no swing, so 1-0 here with a runner in scoring position for Whiting. Always a threat to score this team is this year, the 1-0. Off the mark, drop, catcher has it, throw over to third. It's off the mark, and third baseman had to come in a little bit closer just to retrieve it before it even got towards the ground. So runner at third base now for Whiting, and a 2-0 count on Del Duca. Stewart hoping that he doesn't give up a run here. Has to be careful. One wrong move, make it 9. The pitch swung on and missed. That right there is what you call a right move. We'll see if we can find 2 more of those. He's looking up, gives the nod, and that was 2-1. Inside, did that hit him? Umpire says it does. We got runners at the corner, still 2 away. Hit by pitch, and that brings up Leindecker. RBI single and a pop out to the catcher thus far in this game. That's what they call 1-2 here for the game, and trying to go 2 for 3 now if he can. Stewart not wasting any time up there. Throws in up high. He does not need a whole lot of time to get ready for a pitch. Pretty much as soon as he steps up and the batter's back in, he's not complaining. He's not arguing with his catcher. He has his pitch and he gets up ready into the windup. A few nods and now he throws in. No nonsense pitching here. Next one, umpire says it's a little bit outside. Ball number 2. I thought that was a pretty good pitch there for Stewart, but doesn't get the benefit of the doubt here from the umpire. He's playing a fair game, and that's what you want to hope for. The 2-0. Upstairs for ball number 3. Now, not only was he very close to finding out number 3, he's a pitch closer to filling the bases up for Del Duca, who is 2 for 2 in this game. Last person you want to come up right now. The 3-0. Swung through and missed. That'll be strike number 1. Got a strike to take, and he was thinking about it. Good pitch to swing at. Wasn't off the mark. It was over the plate, so why not? The 3-1. Swung on and hits it. Not very hard towards center. Center fielder comes in, jogs lightly, makes the grab, and damage has been evaded. Nobody comes in. 2 are left on. 3 innings in the book. Still 8-0 Whiting here on YSN.
Nestled here in the beauty and splendor of Mill Creek Metro Parks are 2 of America's best golf courses, as selected by Golf Week magazine. Ranked number 9 in Ohio by TripAdvisor. Come play like a pro on these award-winning Donald Ross-designed courses. Enjoy a round with your kids and unwind with your favorite food and drinks in the grill room. For championship golf, look no further than your backyard. Mill Creek Golf Course.
First thing that really struck me was, of course, the passion the YSN team had of sports. But what really stood out was the respect they seem to show every program in the area. There seemed to be no bias, and I truly admired that. You got to work hard for what you get. You're not going to win a beauty contest around here. You got to put the work in northeastern Ohio, and YSN certainly does that and kind of personifies the area. My name is Super Dave O'Malley, and my sports network is your sports network.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at MyersFamilyINS.com or find us on Facebook.
4th inning About ready to get going here. You got Thomas still out there on the bump, and the pitch comes in now to Scranton. It swung back up, and the shortstop watched it go right over his glove into center field. Center fielder Miller even mismanaged that ball, but gets it in. Give him a leadoff single here for Scranton. One pitch in, and that's how we get things going here in the fourth. Again, Creekside's looking for that first run in this game. Well, they've had the leadoff runner reach already once, and Altmaier was a base hit, and they weren't able to bring him home. He got all the way over to third base. Ziegler was the third and final out of that first inning. That one swung on, hit pretty well out towards left field. Left fielder chasing after that one, and it'll drop down. Runner coming over to third base. Throw comes in, gets away. They might wave him home. No, they won't. As the third baseman and Del Duca comes over and rounds that one up. Give him a double and 2 in scoring position for Creekside. And that'll prompt Thomas to come out and talk to Thomas out there on the bump. So they want to make sure that they don't do anything to mess up the 8-0 that they have on that board. Got Nutridge after this. Started things off 2 innings ago back in the second with a ground out second over to first. Well, if you can keep it on the infield and do it something like that, then good chance you keep those runners put. The pitch swung on, fouls it off. That's what Thomas needs right there. Strike number 1 on the batter. Got McCullen and Zupko after that. McCullen is 1 for 1 in this game. The 0-1 pitch. Swung. Did he go? No, he says he didn't, and it's low, so it's ball number 1. The count's even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now it's all up to the opinion there, the umpire. Did he go or not? That one, I think, was borderline at best. The 1-1. Low again for ball number 2. So Thomas got a good pitch in there for the first one. Got him to swing and foul it off, but since then it's been more so just some favors here to the batter. The 2-1. Swung on, hits it back up the middle. Shortstop has it. Tag second. Throw over to first. Did they get the double play? No, runner stays put over there. Didn't call him out, so just 1 away, but 1 comes in. It's a 7-run difference here now. Runner still over at second base. So, put an RBI single in there, and that'll bring up McCullen. Again, base hit for him so far in this game. The pitch is a little bit high, curves back down, but not in time. It's ball number 1. McCullen, Zupko, and then Colley. Those are your 3 batters right now. 1 away, as we've already mentioned, the 1-0. Umpire says out, so it's ball number 2. It's just a little bit off the plate. Thomas again just trying to get some work in before this, just the .2 innings pitch, so definitely a game here for him to really get some work in and try and figure it out and show what he can do. And he was the only bench player for Whiting in this game. Just didn't bring a full team in. That's probably a big reason why they didn't use the extra hitter, or else you don't have anybody on the bench unless you had the pitcher go ahead and take a few at bats, which could have happened in that situation, but they just decided to have a bench player and a DH right over the head there of Del Duca into left field. And they'll have the leadoff runner stop over at third base, and that's just going to be a base hit here. No RBI for McCullen into left. That'll bring up Zupko. Creekside's getting some runs in here and really threatening to keep this game going for as long as they can. Comeback here, not fully out of the picture, but would be very difficult. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike number 1. Another nice find here by Nick Thomas. Great grab behind the plate as well by Nate Thomas. Where are the runners at the corner? The 0-1 swung on, tipped into the ground, and then into the glove. Batters down in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. So they're getting closer here to finding that second out. The 0-2 pitch. Low, and didn't get him to go after that one. It was well below the knees, just trying to get him to swing at 2 pitches he's already tried for, but no luck. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A little bit of a divot made in that hole. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Blocked well there by Thomas, and there's 2 away on the strikeout. 2 still aboard, and that brings up Kali to try and keep this inning going and bring in another run or 2. Kali has struck out swinging so far. He's 0 for 1 in this game. Back-to-back strikeouts to end and then start innings because of Kali strikeout swinging in the second, and then Stewart strikes out looking in the third. Pitch, umpire says, is off the mark. That's the only explanation there. It's ball number 1. Being very particular about his strike zone in this game. It's not too wide. And it's been pretty consistent as well. That one able just to get a piece there for strike number 1. The count leaving up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So, again, I just got to commend the umpire behind the plate here and the job he's done to this point. Really great job and a good experience for these kids. Next one's up high for ball number 2. Always like to see that. Again, I've told the story there of some different umpires that have just been very frightening as to how they call their games or how they pretend to call the games. It's just really nice and really refreshing to have guys like this who take some pride and effort into their job and give you a good game. The 3-1 swung on, fouls it off his own leg. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here as we look more so here. Kali trying not to be that third and final out yet again here in an inning. He's pitched close to doing that. Pitch close to getting aboard. I mean, it's just either or right now. 50-50, place your bets. How do we get aboard? Thomas now ready. Quick look over at first. His pitch should be coming to the plate, and here's the payoff. Swung on, back up the middle, and the shortstop does have it. Throw over to first in time for out number 3. 2 are left on, 1 comes in. We had the bomb off the 4th inning to see if Whiting get that run back, and then maybe a little bit more here on YSN.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-res futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
More pockets of rain as we go throughout our...
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means to be there.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
And just being there for them every step of the way.
And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Yeah, Keelan Stewart still out there on the mound. Did a great job last inning, keeping them off the board. Runners got a board, but still didn't let those 2 guys come in and do any damage. Now he's got to get past Del Duca, Thomas, and then Parado. The pitch is low. Didn't swing. Thought about it. Doesn't take. It's ball number 1 as that one goes low and I believe into the dirt. So 1-0 here on a little bit of a chilly Wednesday night. Here in Struthers, the 1-0. Swung on and fouls that one off his foot. His count will even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the way he walked off after that one went off, you could tell he was feeling a little bit sting after that one went off, and understandably so. Yeah, Thomas, who is 0 for right now, but he's got an RBI, and then you got Prado, who's 2 for 2, so not a horrible part of the lineup here for Whiting. I don't really think there's a really bad part of the lineup here for Whiting. I don't think in any game they play, again, they just know how to work as a team, bring those runs in. The 1-1 might not happen every single inning, as that one goes right off his shoulder. He bends away, trying to get out of the way, just couldn't. Hit by a pitch here. That'll be the second time batter is hit by a pitch. And we've got another leadoff runner aboard for Whiting. It's the bottom half of the 4th inning. Thomas steps up. Like I said, a line out and a ground out to this point, but that last ground out brought in a run. Not going to be lucky here. He's got to put one in play and make sure that he gets aboard safely in the process. Stewart's pitch off the mark. Nope, called for strike number 1. That's been off the mark, a little bit on the mark. It's been 50-50 here, but that's the only real questionable mark. Pardon me, the only questionable call that he's really given us. Yeah, that's a very good umpire that we have for this game. The 0-1, runner takes off, goes to second, throw is in, swung on, fouled off, and that stolen base was going to be short-lived. He's got to make his way back over. Batter's in the hole, no balls, and 2 strikes. Del Duca was off and running, and Stewart was not even worried about him. He was focused, dialed in to the plate. Again, Parado is on deck. Got Tellez after him. 0-2. Swung on, fouls it off. Thomas not going down without a bit of a fight, and you don't want it any other way. Keep it up and don't let him get the better of you. Don't get frustrated as well. He fall off you off, but every now and then you'll find a pitch that you can really swing at. Not going to find one there. It's a pickoff attempt over to first base. Runner's back in safely with a bit of a slide. Still 0-2 at the plate, and where will Stewart throw next? Through the plate, swung on, hit well, and that one will get down into shallow center field. Leadoff runner and Del Duca comes over to third, and the coach holds him there. Runners at the corner, still nobody away here for Whiting. Good base hit by Thomas, brings up Parado. 2 RBIs right now, a single and a double to this point. A little bit of confusion here. Might have been a pinch runner. I'm not sure that would be the pitcher at this point then. If that was the case. Maybe the pitcher would be laying maybe. I'm not sure. Can't really tell from where I'm sitting, so we'll just continue on. Pitch, runner goes off the mark. Ball 1, throw over to second. Tag! In time for out number 1. 1-0 at the plate. These umpires, no mercy here on any of these runners. If they see it close and they feel confident enough, he's just going to call it. That's going to be the second time a runner is caught stealing in this game. 1 for each team now. Was caught, and then you got Condeleone get caught trying to steal as well. Over there for Creekside, the 1-1. In there for strike number 2. Batter's down, but not out. Again, Parado is 2 for 2 in this game. Used to say he won't go 3 for. The 1-2. He's in the dirt, bounces away. Runner takes way off. Catcher completely lost that one, and by the time he sees where that runner is, it's too late. 9-1 here on ball number 2. So E1 plus 1, and still have Parado at bat. You still got to deal with him. It won't be an RBI this time unless he puts one over the fence, which would be very impressive to say the least. That's some pretty well hit balls here, and since the wind that we had at the very beginning of this game has all but pretty much died down, it's just very, very shallow and very light. The 2-2 is low for ball number 3. It would be all on his own power. Of course, I say that, and it kind of picks up a little bit for that big, heavy flag out in center field. Well, we've got a payoff pitching coming, and here it is. Low and off the mark, and the umpire does not budge. So ball number 4, and there's still only 1 away with a walk, and it'll bring up Tellez. This will be the first batter that Stewart faced in this game, and he flew him out to right to end things in the 2nd inning. See what kind of luck he can have against him for his second time through. Tellez had a base hit off of Colley. Pitch is low in the dirt. Runner stays put. Ball number 1. Great job by Scranton to stare down that runner and get him back over. To throw gets away from Stewart, but again, that runner wasn't going to try. I was going over towards that line of, well, that base running line there between second and first, so almost could have been some suicide there if he had decided to go after it. 1-0. Inside, backs off, ball number 2. Got Lively after him. He's got a 2-run single so far in this game, but he's also popped out once over to third. 2-0 pitch. High for ball number 3. Scranton loses that one, but the runner stayed put anyways. As it looked for a second there, he had it, but he just let it drop out of his glove into his hand and ends up going right off the side of his hand. Happens to the best of us, and again, didn't hurt him, so no harm, no real foul. 3-0, runner stays put. It's high, and now he'll get to move forward. 2 aboard, still 1 away on the back-to-back walks now against Prado and Tellez. Brings up Lively, but before that, coach is going to come out here. Looks like Magnifico's stepping out with him. We'll see if there's a pitching change or if he's just, I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. We'll go ahead and step aside, and we'll find out when we return.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com or find us on Facebook.
House troubles can attack anytime. When trouble strikes, call Mighty Mike. Your hometown hero is on his way. HVAC causing havoc? Has your furnace gone mad? Mighty Mike Heating and Cooling will save the day. Commercial or residential, 24/7. For quality service you can depend on. Call your hometown hero. Call Mighty Mike.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun, it all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Peyton Zupko comes out here in relief. Magnifico will take over at first, which will eliminate Stewart out of this game. Magnifico should take over that 9-hole spot. Batting, we'll wait and see whenever Creekside does come up to bat. 1 away here, that's what Zupko is going to inherit. 1 came on already here and 2 aboard. Here against Lively, who is 1 for 2 in this game. The first pitch is low for ball number 1. Now Zupko has got an ERA of 6.46 in 4 games played. 1 loss, no wins. 8.2 innings pitched. He has given up 11 runs. 8 were earned. He's got 12 walks, 3 strikeouts. Not much else. Next one misses low and away for ball number 2. That's a staggering number of walks here to this point. It's a little bit of a concern. The 2-0. Gets a piece of the plate this time. Not going to be as fortunate there is Lively as the last 2 batters to get himself into a 3-0 count. And he'll work from here. The 2-1 pitch is off the mark, but still called for strike number 2. Count will even right up. And you got Sevkic after him and then Miller. Zupko hoping that he can find that next out. The 2-2 is swung on, hit well, and that's a base hit out towards very shallow center field. That'll bring in 1 run, and your new leadoff runner comes into thirds. Runner goes over to second base, and he'll hold up. It's 10-1 here, and 2 in scoring position, still just 1 away for Whiting. Just continuing to add on. Had a little bit of a break in the third. Just need to catch their breath, it seems. That's a RBI double for Lively, and that brings up Corbin Sevkick. 0 for 2, 2 strikeout lookings, as well as a walk to this point. That's in 3 at-bats. First pitch. Slow, gets away. Runner will come in. Ball 1. Throw over to the plate, but the runner's in, and they've got themselves that 10-run lead. You've got a runner now over at third base. Chance for them to extend a little bit past. Sevkick starting the 4th time through the order as well for Whiting in this game. 4th time here in the 4th inning. Not 4th time in this inning alone, I should make that very clear. The 1-0 swung on, fouled off. If that was the case, we'd have a whole lot more runs than 11. Yet to see that many times through. I think I've seen them go almost entirely twice through the order once. Not this team in particular, but just a team in general on one of these fields. The 1-1 off the mark for ball number 2. It might have been one of these two teams. I'm not sure. That was close to the beginning of the season, though. The 2-1. Inside for ball number 3. A good take. Chance to get those runners at the corner here. Still with a 1 away. Zupko still looking for that coveted out number 2. 3-1. And there for strike number 2, and he's got himself into a full count, so Sevkick will not take his base that easily. He's now a pitch away from doing one of the 2 things he's already done this game. The payoff, off the mark, umpire agrees. He'll take his base, runners at the corner. So he's kind of sandwiched those strikeouts now here with 2 walks. We'll see what he can do in number 5 if he gets a 5th at bat. You got Miller coming back in. Miller walked his last time up, had a base hit in the 1st. Only negative he's got right now is a ground out short over to 1st. Zupko, his pitch is low, didn't quite get into the dirt. Runners stay put. It's ball number 1. Del Duca, who has gone on base in one way or another so far, is on deck. A bit of a mixed pot for him. The 1-0. Runner stay put, almost hits him, but he still gets called for strike number 1. Maybe it's because umpire thought he oversold that one. Or maybe he almost got hit because he moved and almost put his hip into it. You can't lean into it. You're not going to get it called. Throw over to 1st. Tag will be nowhere near in time. Magnifico almost forgot to tag him. So went in there to make sure that he at least got that, and the runner is safe. Counts even 1-1 still, and now Zupko readies, throws, and it's fouled back. Now play, and Cal moves 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Miller. No need to panic right now here, though. You're up by 10 runs, and even if you get out, it's not the worst thing that's going to happen to you here today. The 1-2, runner goes up high, ducks down because he thought it was coming in a little bit there. 2-2 with 2 in scoring position. Only thing that isn't 2 is the amount of outs and the fact that it's the 4th inning instead of the 2nd. And the score, of course. Now the 2-2 pitch. Upstairs for ball number 3. Backed off there as that one was at eye level. Be a little frightening when you see one coming that close, but still far enough away. Zupko now with the payoff pitch. Throws in. Swung on. Hit not hard. Over towards right field. Does that one get down fair? No. It'll land foul. Umpire just says let that ball go. And I'm sure somebody's still chasing after that one. Looks like the right fielder will throw that one back in. Still working with a full count here on Miller. Have not been able to figure him out to this point. We'll see if it changes here. It's in the dirt, doesn't take, bases loaded. Still just 1 away. Here for Whiting, you got Del Duca, and then you got Linedecker after that. Then be back to the top of the order for this inning. So back to who started this inning off with Del Duca. Just got to get through one more Del Duca and Linedecker, and then you're there. Pitch. Inside for ball number 1. Now the 14U teams that are scheduled to play in the next game are just showing up now. Nightline versus Astro Falcon, the 1-0. Tied for ball number 2. They've got a little over an hour wait right now and scheduled for 8:15, but we'll see how long this game goes. The 2-0. Swung on, foul back, strike 1. 2-1 on Del Duca. He's got a RBI double so far in this game. Has been reached via an error and has been hit by a pitch. Only thing he really hasn't done yet is traditionally walk the 2-1. He won't here. Swung on, and third baseman cannot get the glove down. It's 12. Are they going to try for 13? Yes, they are. One more comes in over to third. Runners are at the corner, and it's 13-1 here in favor of Whiting. Not much of an applause here. Not much you can really say at this point. So that's 3 RBIs, though, for Del Duca in this game, and that'll bring up Linedecker. RBI single back in the first, and then 0 for 2 since then with a pop out and a fly out. Zupko looks in. Wind blows out towards right field, and the pitch is swung on and hit to short. He's got it. Throw over to second for 1. Over to first. Throws it away. Run comes in to score. It's 14, and runner will go over into second base because he threw it out of play. So he'll get aboard via an error there. So we'll go ahead and say E4 and +1, and that'll bring back up Del Duca here. So we'll have gone through this order once already in this inning. Now 2 away, though. The pitch is in there for strike number 1. Perhaps the umpire has widened the strike zone ever so slightly with the score being what it is. Not going to be as easy on the team who's up by 13 runs. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled off. He's in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. So you'll have to work here in the hole. Umpire steps back up, readjusts his mask, and now the batter's back up and ready. Zupko just looking to hopefully punch him out and send us to the top half of the 5th inning. 0-2 is swung on, grounded slowly. Third base has it, and now he'll say it's a foul ball, I believe. Runner comes in. Well, that was a fair ball, but the runner's already coming back. Now Linedecker saying what? He's got to head back over to second base. It was fair. He touched it, and then it rolled foul, and the umpire just said, well, foul ball. So still working 0-2. That might have been there, just a little bit of a give me there for Creekside. Giving them a little bit of mercy on that one. Well, you don't have any replays, so you just got to take my word for it. The 0-2. Check swing, fouls it off. Didn't like the look of that pitch, but doesn't matter. Still down the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Having trouble finding his way out. Del Duca 2 for 2 right now with a hit by pitch. A single and a double. The single is an RBI. The 0-2. Swung on, hits it well down the third base line. It's going to hook foul. And we'll keep things going here at 0-2. Linedecker tags the base, and then he'll make his way back over to second, knowing that he has come across the base now twice in this at-bat, and none of them have counted. The 14U Nightline team now making their way back over to the batting cages. It looks like they're just going to go ahead and take some BP and get warmed up for that next game. They're going up against the Astro Falcon. Astro first place and Nightline last, so be an interesting game there. If you're interested, I'll be on the call for that one. That one swung on. That's a fair ball down the third base side, and it's a double here. He'll try for 2. He'll bring a run in. Left fielder has it, throws in, and the run will stay put. So an RBI double for him makes it 15-1. And this bottom half of the 4th inning will continue. It's his first RBI double of the game, but his second RBI total. Thomas already in this inning has a base hit. Before that, he was 0 for. He has 1 RBI with an RBI ground out. It's a bit of a sacrifice play there. The pitch was not designed that way, though. If you ground out, you're never trying to. You're trying to more so get a base hit. First one was in there for strike number 1. Up goes 0-1. Swung on, hits that one right to short. He's got it, not too hard hit. Throw over to first in the hand of Magnifico for out number 3. One's left aboard, but a whole bunch come in. 7 more runs score. It's 15-1. Last chance here potentially for Creekside when we return.
Everything you need to find a vehicle you love is right here at Greenwood Chevrolet. I'm Tracy, and I have the tools to make buying a car you love easy. Browse our inventory in person or online and find a vehicle that's right for you. Next, I'll get you approved for financing that works for you. Then, drive home in your new vehicle. I'm Tracy, and I have the perfect plan to help you drive home in the perfect vehicle. Find a vehicle you love only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
There are 4 members of GoldenStringRadio.org that works for your sports network. Super Dave, Kristen, Scotty, and myself. And if you love our work at Golden String, Isle, and Purple Cat, you are going to love the soon-to-be open Cabot Camp out at Farmer Casey's Ranch in Coatesville Township. It has all the nice, beautiful scenery, will feature cabins, and a whole lot of other great outdoor stuff. I'm Radar Pavlov, and my sports network is your sports network.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
New batter out here, Braden D'Angelo to start things off. So Magnifico has been taken away here from the order. So they're just hoping that D'Angelo can spark a little bit of offense here and really try and get their team going. He's batting 182 this season. The first pitch is swung on, and he's got himself. Oh, that's going to be an error there. Second baseman dove for that one. And they're going to credit him a hit, but man, that one in and out of his glove. Good effort there, but runner's going to be aboard either way. Again, a credited base hit here for D'Angelo, so he'll take that one as he can. Brings up Altmaier. Single and a ground out to this point. The ground out was right over to first base and Mike Del Duca. Pitch is swung on back up the middle. Shortstop had it. Rolls off his glove. Runners will be safe at first and second. Well, a little bit of something going on here. Stirring up the pot for Creekside. Another base hit granted here for Altmaier this time. That'll be a second base hit. And brings up Condoleone, who's grounded out and walked so far in this game. Still out there is Nick Thomas on the bump for Whiting. A little bit of one-run hiccup last inning. The pitch. It's in there for strike number 1. Worked himself out of a jam, but he's hoping that he doesn't have to work that way around this time. All right, second base isn't too deadly. Just got to make sure you don't give up that hit. The 0-1. It's in the dirt. Bounces. Great block there by Thomas. Make sure it doesn't get behind him. Nobody will move forward. Everybody's stuck first and second. Still nobody away. But that can change here. The 1-1. Swung on. Hits that one. Second base. Had it. It goes off of him. Runner will reach safely. We got bases loaded. And that time they will grant an error. E4. And, well, not at all the situation you were hoping to be in here. If you are Whiting, you're up by 14 runs. Once they get it back and get it right back to 10. Easier said than done. Haven't seen a home run in this game. Haven't seen a home run in a while. Scranton base hit his last time up. That was last inning. It started things off. The pitch low for ball number 1. So at that point, it was Stewart, Altmaier, and Conde Leon who were the only ones who didn't bat. Chase D'Angelo for this inning, the 1-0. Other than that, those are the only bat positions, I should say, that didn't get a chance to bat in that 4th inning. Now those 3 have gotten aboard here in one way or another. It's a 2-0 count on Scranton, and the pitch. Off the mark, ball number 3. He's in danger of starting up the merry-go-round and bringing in run number 2 for Creekside. 3-0. In there for strike number 1. Able to stave that off for one more pitch, but give him another one and things could get a little bit more frightening. 3-1. Upstairs inside, and he'll take it. 15-2. Bit of an RBI walk there for Scranton. Keep an eye there, and Whiting will have a timeout, so they'll go ahead and step aside, and we will as well. Let you know what happens when we do return.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Flynn. Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
Or visit WRSwealth.com.
Go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats. Go Dogs. Go Tigers.
Top half of the 5th inning, still no pitching change as we only had 1 break. Pitch is low for ball number 1 on Ziegler. Braden Ziegler grounded in a double so far in this game. 1 for 2 right now, 50%. Takes high, doesn't swing. Good job holding up. 2-0 is his count as he will readjust his batting gloves and step back up for another offering. Thomas comes quickly. He's 2-0. Swung on, hits that one right over the glove of second baseman Imparato. Brings in 1 run, and that'll be it. So it's an RBI single here, 15-3. Still bases loaded, still nobody away here for Creekside. Basically saying that they're not going to take it here. They really want to make this game go on to at least the bottom half of this inning. But from this point forward, it's a walk-off win for Whiting. That one swung on and popped up. Back out of play. Unless, of course, Creekside can really, really do some damage here, which right now, with nobody away, bases loaded, that's a really, really good chance that they could really, really hurt Whiting and their chance of ending things here in the top half of this inning. The 0-1. Misses a little bit high for ball number 1. The count will even up. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7:23 right now is the time that's showing on my clock and on my watch as well. The 1-1 swung on. Third baseman has to hustle. It gets right past him. That'll bring in at least 1. And that's all it'll bring in. So they're just going 1 run at a time here. 15-4 is our score. Matt Del Duca just couldn't get to it. Well, right now what Whiting could use is a good old-fashioned double play. Yet McCullen, who is 2 for 2 with 2 singles so far, though. That's not the person you want to be facing right now. It's ball number 1. I'm sure they weren't even thinking that he was going to be an option here for Creekside. They thought they were going to make some quick work of him. 1-0. Swung on, and he won around, so it's a swing and a miss, and the count will even 1 ball and 1 strike. Whiting faithful happy about that one. Some claps here. So obviously they're starting to feel a little bit nervous for their kids. The 1-1. Inside, almost got him. Backs out of the way in time. Ball number 2. And now it's McCollins. Up goes after him. The 2-1 is swung through and missed. Count even up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the first real sign of a true blue battle for Thomas is being shown and exhibited right now. The 2-2 pitch, as we are talking, is in the dirt, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Who's going to win this one? No guarantees. Payoff pitch. Swung on, hit third baseman, gets past him again. That'll bring in 1. It should bring in 2. Throw to the plate. Tag! Is it in time? Umpire still signals. Here it is. So they'll bring in 1 more. The second one gets caught. We've got runners at second and third. 15-5. It's a 10-run difference. 1 more run in. We've got a bottom half of the 5th coming our way. So 1 caught, 1 in. Pitch misses here to Zubko for ball number 1. That'll be the first RBI for McCullen here in this game. Zubko is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Next one misses for ball number 2. This part of the order has not been particularly dangerous for Creekside in this game. Haven't done a whole lot of damage, the 2-0. In there for strike number 1. Not going to get away with that one too easily. Try again, the 2-1 pitch. Swung through and missed for strike number 2. Kind of leaving up 2 balls, 2 strikes now on the batter. Nate just needs to find himself punch out. The pitch is swung on back up the middle, and it'll get past him. And we got ourselves a bottom half of the 5th inning coming our way with an RBI single. 15-6. Runners at the corner. Oh, great job, great resilience here shown by Creekside, not going down easily here in this game. Really just taking full advantage of this pitcher that they have gotten used to here. Not fully sure why Lang came out. Maybe he just had a few, maybe he had like an inning and a half deal with his coach. No, either way. Waiting, he's feeling a little bit of pain right now. With Colley, then you're back to D'Angelo, so they'll go through the order once. That one swung on, hit, 15-7. Whereas at first and second base here, still nobody away. An RBI single for Colley. And back to D'Angelo. Led off this inning with a base hit. So this will be their first time going through the order in an inning. That one swung on, hit, and the first baseman dives and misses it. Bases are going to be loaded here yet again. Another base hit for D'Angelo. Something's got to break here for Whiting. We can see here, is coach going to come out and have a word, or are they going to make this game really a lot closer than they were hoping for it to be? Right now, it's 8 runs now. They were up by 14. Pitch. It's in there for strike number 1 on Altmaier. 2 for 3 right now is Altmaier. 2 singles and a ground out. Takes low away for ball number 2, though. Count will be at the pitcher's favor. Shakes it off, just needs one more pitch here is Thomas. The 0-2. In the dirt, not going to get a call there unless somebody swing, which of course he didn't, so count moves 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Gondolion is up next. Got on via an error already in this inning, the 1-2. Inside, umpire says in good conscience he can't call that one, so the count will even up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Great job by the crowd here for not really getting too into it and giving the umpire grief. That one's fouled off. Batter will just stay alive here on a very hard hit foul over into the, I should say fencing. Yeah, I was correct there in third base side. Tom is still looking here. It's 2-2. Off the mark. Ball number 3, full count. Things not looking too great here for Whiting or for Thomas, and you're gotta wonder when is enough going to be enough. Payoff pitch is swung on, grounded. Second baseman has it. Throw over to first for 1. No, over to second for 1. Runner comes in to score in the meantime as they just get the fielder's choice. Runners at the corner. 15-8. Whole bunch of runs needed here for Whiting now. Another RBI, this time for Altmaier. Pitch. Low misses for ball number 1. on Condo Leone. Got a walk, an error, and a ground out so far for his game. It's not really been swinging too well, the 1-0. It's off the mark for ball number 2, but if you don't got to swing if you can get on board. We'll be finding a second walk here in this game. Pitch. Swung on and base it. Make it 9. Leadoff runner around second, hustles into third. The throw will not beat him. Gets away. Will the runner take off? He gets off and he comes back over to third base. We've got a runner at second base now because of that. 15-9 in error, and we've got 2 in scoring position, still 2 away. So give him credit for an error, and that brings back up Scranton, who has got an RBI walk right now, and the merry-go-round going. First pitch is swung through and missed for strike number 1. Scranton looking to try and channel his inner 4th inning self with that leadoff base that he had. And they're working with 2 away this time, so not as much wiggle room to work with. The 0-1 is in there for strike number 2. And then again, we have a batter in the hole. We'll see if Thomas can finally find a finisher here. With the batter in the 0-2 hole, the pitch. Not yet. Ball number 1. Can't throw 3 straight here. And even over the plate, it's going to be another ball in the dirt. Got to try again here. 1-2. Umpire says that misses. I thought it was pretty good, but Creekside will keep things going. It's 2-2. It's a 6-run difference now. Pitch. Hits him. And the bases are loaded. That'll bring up Ziegler. RBI single already in this inning alone. Waiting, still can't get out of it. This is a huge, huge inning for Creekside. And now Coach finally comes out, and it looks like he's had enough. Points to somebody, not sure where, but we'll let you know who replaces Thomas when we do return.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at MyersFamilyINS.com or find us on Facebook.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions, reminding you that it is open enrollment for Medicare.
Now through December 7th, those who qualify can visit our local independent agency by calling us at 330-953-3722 or visiting us at WRSInsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
HVAC causing havoc? Has your furnace gone mad? Commercial or residential, 24/7. Call your hometown hero. Call Mighty Mike.
Corbin Sevkit comes in for relief of Nick Thomas. 35 pitches, a little too long for him. He inherits bases loaded. The first pitch swung on, and the shortstop comes in, watches it drop in front of him, throw over to first, and that'll do it here for the top half of the 5th inning. They'll leave them loaded, but they'll bring in 8 runs. 19-5. We'll see what Whiting can do in response when we do return here on YSN.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too.
And we have to work together always. And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
You know, I love being a helper because when I help somebody, it makes me feel good.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
So I will do everything I can and just being there for them every step of the way.
I want them to know within the first 5 minutes that they could depend on me. That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm why I'm proud.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means to be there.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
And just being there for them every step of the way.
And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Bottom half of the fifth inning, Whiting is in a territory they were not expecting or hoping to be in here. They're also in a position where they're now being out hit by Creekside by 1, 14-13. Are our hits right now. The pitch from Zupko, really nice find there at the knees for strike number 1 here on 24. Number 12, pardon me, here in Parado. Parado walked his last time up, takes strike number 2, he's in the hole. Parado is 2 for 2 with that walk, and he has 2 RBIs because of those walks, the 0-2. Thought about it, holds up, ball number 1. Umpire here has been very lenient with these batters who have been holding up the 1-2. And they're called for strike number 3, 1 down here. Zupko able to make some efficiency happen here on batter number 1. That'll bring up now number 11 here in Thomas. So Nick Thomas gets to bat with the substitutions they made. His batting average is .304 on the season. The first pitch is in there for strike number 1. Nick Thomas here so far has struck out just once in the, pardon me, not once, but has struck out 0 times. Is not done much here. Catcher was chasing after that one, and it goes out of play. Batters in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Thomas a pitch away here from being out number 2. That would bring up Lively. Zupko trying to make quick work of them, the 0-2. Low, he says it's a little bit off there. I think that was the only thing that the umpire was really beside himself on. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch misses low again. Ball number 2, count leaving up 2 balls and 2 strikes on Thomas. 42 and Lively comes up after him. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball number 3. And some really, really good patience here by Thomas. Has allowed himself to get to a full count. Didn't start out the way he wanted it to. The payoff is in the dirt, skips away, and Thomas will take his base on the walk. So back-to-back walks in this position. So that was his last at-bat was a walk, and now Thomas will start out with that. Brings up a Lively RBI double his last time up. Thomas would have to really just put it on there into second gear just to get over to the plate if he were to try and at least score. Give him another RBI if that were the case, but again, it'd have to be at least a double. The pitch low for ball number 1. Zupko was looking really, really frightening there for the batters. Strikeout looking on Parado, didn't take too many pitches to get there, and almost put Thomas down too. The 1-0. Needs to find more like that as that one gets away. Thomas takes off, goes over to second base. No throw here as you can see him approach second base on your screen. That little white twig out there in center field is him. And that wind picking up a little bit here. It's getting cooler here by the second. With that wind, it's going to be even more chilly. 2-0. Low and inside. Ball number 3. Zupko showing some inconsistencies here in this inning, but showing it like that here as well. Pretty much all game he's been in. 3-0. High and off the mark, and we've got runners at first and second. Back-to-back walks will bring up Sevkik. Coach will come out here, and that'll probably do it here for Zupko. So we'll step aside and let you know what comes of this when we do return.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
First thing that really struck me was, of course, the passion the YSM team had of sports. But what really stood out was the respect they seem to show every program in the area. There seemed to be no bias, and I truly admired that. You got to work hard for what you get. You're not going to win a beauty contest, right? You got to put the work in northeastern Ohio, and YSM certainly does that and kind of personifies the area.
My name is Super Dave O'Malley, and my sports network is your sports network.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
More pockets of rain as we go throughout our
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
Back here for the bottom half of the fifth inning. Out there now is McCullen. One of the better ERAs here for Creekside, 2.62. That's in 10.2 innings pitched, so that's nothing matter here. It's not like he's only throwing 1 or 2 innings. I mean, that's a pretty hefty sample size for him. He does have the credit for a loss, so not entirely his fault. He's given up 11 hits, 8 runs, but only 4 were earned. He's walked 7, but has struck out more with 11. This is one of the better pitchers out here for Creekside, and he's coming in at the perfect time. 2 aboard with only 1 away. Let's see if he can get that work in and get Corbin Sevkik out. The 1-1 is in the dirt, skimmed it a little bit. Ball number 2. Sevkik has walked twice and struck out twice. We'll see if he changes things up here in at bat number 5. This is the 5th time through the order now for Whiting. They've been around. The 2-1 is way up high. Ball number 3 soaring around the sky right there, and not all the flying he wanted. If he walks, that would be the 3rd straight walk issued here by a Creekside pitcher in this inning. Last thing you'd want to see here is those bases get loaded. The 3-1 swung on, hits it pretty well out towards center field. Center fielder, though, is under it. Nutridge comes in, makes the grab, runners tag, but do not advance. 2 down on the flyout. Fly out to center, and that brings up Miller to try and keep this bottom half going. Yet to score any runs. If not, we head to the top of the 6th inning. This game will be capped out at 8 o'clock. That'll be the 2-hour 15 time limit. Now, if Creekside were to tie this game, then we go into an extra inning. This game would end past 8 o'clock. The pitch swung on and popped up. That might do it here. Center fielder coming in and makes the grab for out number 3. 2 are left on. Nobody comes in. And McCullen does his job, and he does it well. We add to the 6th inning here on YSN.
There are 4 members of GoldenStringRadio.org that works for your sports network. Super Dave, Kristen, Scotty, and myself. And if you love our work at Golden String, Isle, and Purple Cat, you are going to love the soon-to-be open Gaba Camp out at Farmer Casey's Ranch in Coatesville Township. It has all the nice, beautiful scenery, will feature cabins, and a whole lot of other great outdoor stuff. I'm Radar Pavlov, and my sports network is your sports network.
Fall is in the air. The kids are back to school, crowds are cheering for the home team, and Myers Family Insurance is prepped for another crazy Medicare season. Every year there's changes, some big, some small, so it's important to have a conversation to make sure your plan is going to meet your expectations for the coming year. Give our team a call today to schedule your annual review.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance or visit us on the web. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Top of the 6th inning, Creekside Fitness have creeped their way back into this game because of the 5th inning and a really good bottom half of the 5th as well. So just overall a good 5th inning, I should say. Should have just left it at that. That'll bring up, though, for them, number 20, Nutridge, to start things off. They have exhausted all their substitutions, so their lineup you saw last inning, that's what it is here. First pitch is fouled off for strike number 1 and the rest of the way. Again, they have about 12 minutes to try and play this inning, so we probably won't be going 7 unless, again, Creekside does tie this game up, and Whiting cannot get the go-ahead run. Next one misses low for ball number 1. They would need 6 runs here. And they just scored 8 last inning, so who's to stop them from getting there? The 1-1. Inside for ball number 2. Sevkik was able to get things going here at the end of last inning in that 3rd and final out with a ground out. They're already on their 2nd time through the order. Next one's popped up, back out of play. Count leaving up here on the leadoff batter. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got McCullen and Zupko after that. 2-2 pitch. Off the plate, ball number 3. Count runs full on the leadoff batter for Creekside. Bat here in his favor, and now the payoff. Fouls it off, and count will stay full. Nutridge in his last 2 at-bats is 2 for 2 with 2 RBI singles. This will be his 2nd time leading off. His only time leading off was a ground out, 2nd to 1st. Payoff pitch is swung on, popped up, not playable. They'll watch that one soar behind them. And out of play. Umpire running out of baseballs again. We have that bag of baseballs here that they gave us, so if the dugouts are running out of them, we have them here, and now it looks like they are telling us to come over here and get these ones, so.
I don't know how many.
I'll get those, and we'll get going. The payoff pitch. Swung on, hits that one right over the glove of the shortstop. Great job there. Goes out one towards left, and that's going to be a leadoff base hit here for Creekside as they continue their comeback here in this game. Hasn't been completed yet, but a lot of work was done last inning. McCullen steps up 3 for 3, 1 RBI. It was an RBI double last inning. Only had 1 at bat then, but 2 back-to-back in innings. Pitch. Off the mark for ball number 1, and a nice take there by McCullen. Creekside's newest pitcher here. The 1-0. Off the mark for ball number 2. Good batter and a really good pitcher out here for them. A little bit of a gem that they have up their sleeve. Right now, he's helping them right now big time. The 2-0 is swung on and missed. Put a lot on that swing. Came up with nothing other than maybe some dust mites. 2-1 the count. That sun continuing to make those shadows even longer here. Infield's almost completely covered. Next one misses high for ball number 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on the batter. Collins last time up, a runner got caught trying to steal as well. This time some good patience out there on the base running path. One's inside. Ball number 4, 2 aboard for Creekside Fitness. Brings up Peyton Zupko. RBI single was last time up, so he is 1 for 3 in this game. But again, that base hit here helped his team a whole lot. He's got a chance to do it again. Runner in scoring position for him. The pitch. Swung on, makes some contact. It's fouled right back. As you can see it now, just roll back down that line because it went so hard off of that backstop. 0-1 the count to start things off on him. He got Colley after him. RBI single last inning as well. And they went back to the top of the order. Top of the order for that inning again. They started things off with D'Angelo. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, blocked well by Thomas. Count even 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch now. Sevkic looks in. Off the mark for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sevkic looking long over at second base. Throws in, and the count leaving up at 2 balls and 2 strikes now on the batter. He's a pitch away from finding out number 1. Hasn't let anybody come in yet, so no real damage yet to that score. The 2-2 misses high for ball number 3, and the count is full. Not out of this at bat yet either, though. So continue to talk on. Payoff pitch. Low and misses. Ball 4, and they are loaded. So 2 walks here issued in a row alongside that base hit. Brings up Andrew Colley. Coach is coming out and having a chat. We will step aside while they speak. Let you know what happens when we do return.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University, and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana, and I am why I'm proud.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
As we come back, it's still Sevkick on the mound. First pitch was in there for strike number 1 on Colley. Working with bases loaded and nobody away here in the top of the 6th inning. The 0-1 is swung through and Colley's in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Whole lot of a mouthful to say here as soon as we do come back. Got some people sitting out in left center field just beyond the flag, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and they put him down. So 1 away on the swing and a miss by Colley. That'll bring up D'Angelo. Stewart came back into the game. That's right, they did come over and say that. Just a little bit of a forgetful mind here by me. But, yep, it is Stewart, and we'll get to see what he can do. He has struck out looking so far. 0 for 1 in this game. Watches that one miss the zone for ball number 1. Didn't seem too happy about that one, and we'll see what comes of the next one. Still bases loaded, the 1-0. Did he go? No, ball number 2. Again, he looked like he was about ready to lean into that one. Try and make a swing. No dice here for Whiting roll-offs. 2-0. Swung through and missed. That time he got him to go around. Not a pitch that he really liked too much, but still wanted to take the risk. Not too much to worry about right now, the 2-1 pitch. Swung through and missed. Well, now you do have to worry a little bit here because now you're a pitch away from being out number 2. Things just continuing to stay interesting. The pitch. Fouls it. Out of play. Count will stay put. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here on Stewart. Got Altmaier after him. 2-2. Misses called for ball number 3, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Some people not very happy about that one, but you're never going to make everybody 100% happy with your calls if you're the umpire. Payoff pitch. Swung on, makes some contact, and we'll get another payoff as soon as that ball makes its way back out onto the mound. The umpire got a few more in his pockets. They're able to take a few that they left over here for us in the press box, if you can call it that. The payoff pitch again is swung on, popped up, goes back, it's out of play. Maybe more so media table. Well, I'm the only real media type here, and then you got the scorekeeper. The 3-2 is swung through and missed, and that is out number 2. Still yet to bring in any runs here, and there's 2 away on 2 straight swinging and misses here. So whatever the chat was out there, it has done wonders for Sevkick. Here in the top half of the 6th inning, back up to Altmaier. This will be their 5th time through the order. So they've kind of played a little bit of catch-up here to Whiting in a lot of regards. First pitch misses for ball number 1. Good patience being shown out there, batting-wise. Got about 2 minutes here until 8 o'clock, so this will definitely be the last inning of regulation. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled back. Now, it also mean that I believe we might not have to, I'm not sure how that would work if we'd still play the bottom half of this inning or not. If there's not enough time left, what would be the point? The 1-1. Swung on, fouled back. Strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Altmaier. Well, you would have to make it 2 more innings, 2 more minutes worth, or else if not, then they would, I believe, still play. I don't know how that would work. I guess we'll find out. The 1-2. Inside for ball number 2, count leaving up. You might still get to that 2-minute mark anyways, so you got a minute left now. Depends on how many more pitches he takes. 2-2. Swung on, hits it well, out towards left center field. That one's going to get down, base hit, and they'll finally bring in a run. 1 run comes in. It's a 10-run difference, and now, pardon me, not 10-run difference, 5-4. Now they're going to try for 3. Throw comes in, misses, and it's 15-12. 3 runs is the difference here. Creekside with one heck of a comeback. He's in all 3 runs off the bases. So bases clearing, 3-run RBI double here for Altmaier, making something out of an at-bat that did not quite look like it was going his way. First pitch is swung on, hit over towards right field. Right fielder chasing in, makes the grab, and that's out number 3. It's 8 o'clock exactly. I'm not sure if that's going to do it here or not.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Letting the umpire know. And I believe that is it. And yes, it is. So that will do it here for field number 2. This game will end in 6. And Whiting wins this one by just 3 runs, able to just barely hold on to their lead as Creekside made it a little bit of a nightmare for them going down the stretch. Creekside, they're 12 runs off of 16 hits and 2 errors. Whiting, 15 runs off of 13 hits and 2 errors. So Creekside won in the hit category, but those runs are all that matters. Great job by both of these two teams. Made one heck of a game for all of us here watching in person and at home. Hopefully it did the job as well. Again, we got a 14U game versus the first place Astro Falcons and the last place Nightline due up next. Go ahead and watch that game on ysnlive.com. It should be listed underneath live games. And if you're not interested in sticking around for that game, if this is all you're here for, then thank you so much for watching. From YSN, I'm Matt Marr, signing off.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to